It's hard. I mean, that grind it's hard. It's a grind. I mean, that's why it's one of our breakdowns is grind, because everything about what we do every day is hard. That's part of it. For me, this is my last go-round. I'm in March, I'm done. So that makes it a little bit easier, but 5 years of it's a long time.
Worth it?
Definitely worth it. Even if it's just moments. It's not like I've had 5 years of being a very successful wrestler, I'll be very honest. I've had good matches, I've had bad matches, I've had injuries, I've had long seasons, disappointments, but I've had moments, and those moments are the ones I look back at that I love and that I am thankful every day that I got to have. So yeah, I mean, it's worth it. It's worth all you sacrifice.
Struggle is a great word, and we like to talk about that a lot. I think no doubt about it, life is a struggle, sports are a struggle, work can be a struggle, every element, we know that. We always talk about nothing great comes without struggle. So making sure our athletes know there's going to be challenging times, you're going to get knocked down, you're going to have to fight through adversity. That's okay. It's just make sure you recognize it on the front end so that when you face it, you can keep going and persevere.
I think that with how hard academics are here, that you really have to be all in. You really have to be willing to have some late nights working on class stuff and be able to get up in the morning and lift and come in and not just go through the motions, really go through practice and get something out of it every day. And you gotta really want it. You gotta love every second of it. You gotta love how bad it sucks sometimes. Stanford without wrestling would still be Stanford. It would still be awesome, but I wouldn't have these guys. I mean, for me, I love the sport, like I've said, but Stanford without wrestling, the biggest problem with that would be not having my 30 brothers on this team and my former brothers who came before me. I love these guys. Every day getting to hang out with them and just joke around with them, sacrifice everything with them. I mean, that's what makes it.
A big part of our culture is this family of people who are there for one another, and when someone goes down, the next guy can step in and you know, fill in where the other guy left off, and that's a great example of that is Peter.
There are a lot of good guys on this team, and there are a lot of good young guys on this team, and it's exciting for me to, you know, you leave this and I'm going to look back, I'm going to be able to check in on Stanford Wrestling, and they're going to be in the hunt every year. When I was getting recruited, they sold me on the future of the program, and they sold me that me and my class, we were going to be a part of something that was going to be awesome. It was going to be something that was going to make Stanford a national name in wrestling, and that's definitely something I want to be a part of, and I really feel like I have been. I feel like that this program has transformed.
All we ask of our athletes, and all we've ever asked of Peter, is do everything you can to leave this place a little better than it was when you showed up, and he certainly has done that. He's put a huge stamp on the program. He's a guy that we'll never forget. He's given so much through, you know, sweat and literally blood, through a lot of tough practices, but he's left his mark on this program, and we are far better than we were 5 years ago before he got here. And you know, that's something that we're indebted to him personally, probably forever. You know, as much as he might feel indebted to the program of what it's given him, you know, he's a guy that if we could take his intangibles and put them in every recruit and every athlete that we recruit moving forward, we would do that in a heartbeat. Because win or lose, he's been a guy that's been all about Stanford and about this family since day one, and that's pretty special.
You put a lot into it, and you want to hold on to it. And it's not like you live in the past and you live in those moments. You're always chasing after new ones. But I think that's what it does. I think that's what it makes you do. It makes you want to chase that feeling. And that's not just isolated to wrestling. That's life. Like, you know, you just chase that feeling of accomplishment, of crunch time, of all those kinds of things.